What's going on, everyone? I know it's been a while since I put up, like, quote unquote quality content, but it's a day off. I've done some house stuff. I got some free time, and I wanted to do this, since the release, but, with moving and things like that, I'm kind of been out of the loop. So, with my day off, like I said, bringing you this video. And what this is, it's a comparison video, I guess quality comparison from the adult pair of the OG Obsidian High / UNC and a grade school. And I've done this before with like shadows and bread toes, and seeing how I guess popular the shoe still is, and like the overall quality. Like I felt that this video was deserved. Um, Before even having both these pairs in hand, I noticed something, even like from stock photos, is that it looked like there was a bit of color deviation, from the kids to the adults, and even in hand, it's somewhat evident. You can tell, and I wish I had better light right now, um, but you can tell right now that the grade school, which is this guy right here, is more blue. Like there's more natural blue in it than the back quarter of this one here, which is like the men's. There's more light. It's more of a pastel, or like a wintry color than this, which is definitely there's more blue. There's more of a blue hue than a white. Aside from a couple other things, like light does play a big difference in it. So of course, like the finish will kind of reflect differently. As you can see, there's more of a reflection off the paint than on this one here. But like there's definitely a color difference, like completely. Even like in the foreground, you can see it. Like there's definitely a big difference in the color, and I almost prefer, like this looks more of like, to me, a North Carolina than than this color right here. And again, it all comes down to like what you're looking at is going to be different than what I'm looking at, so on and so forth. But there is a big difference. Then that's one of the main differences, aside from some other like super obvious things, which I'm going to get into. From these two, and I have seen some quality deviation. The leather is really good. The leather is really good on the men's pair, and the leather is good, at least on this pair here. All around, the toe box is nice and soft. Same here. One big different thing here, and the reason why I'm using the pair with the lace bags, you see this, is the lace bag on the GS pair, the grade school, or like the boys grade, or whatever you want to call it, absolutely massive compared to the small little hang tag size one here. Like it should almost be the other way around. You know, both from the same retailer, right? Super weird. Super weird. Take a second, look at the individual shoes. Again, you can also use this tool as a bit of a way to kind of debunk fakes later on. So these will be faked. I can guarantee you that they were probably already in production like a week beforehand, but better ones will come out. So use this going forward. Take a look at the stitching. Again, sorry, size 12 if I didn't say it. This is size 12 men's, and this is a size 6 grade school. Go ahead and look at the stitching. Show you some different angles. So the inside. See here, like there's a little bit of like a deviant stitch. I'm sure you could like play with it and kind of straighten it out a little bit if you wanted to, but these are gonna get worn, so there, that more or less fix that. Like I've taken these out of the box for 30 seconds, put them back in, so you're seeing these just as much as I am really right now. you can count the stitches. That's like never a surefire thing, because I'll put up videos, and on the American side of things, people are like, no, it's fake. It has to be this many stitches since 2000, whatever. And I'm like, no, because I got these shoes locally, like, you know, myself. I know they're legit. Little glue on the toe. No biggie. It is what it is. Let's take a look at the Nike tag on the tongue. See how everything kind of lines up. Let's take a look at the adult pair. Little deviation in the two, and that's probably just because of the size, even though they're not really too far off. You kind of see there's, you know, it's spaced out well enough from like the top of the swoosh to the bottom of the R there. And then if you go here, it just came a little close, but that could come down to like, you know, just a quality control thing. Inside's the exact same, more or less. Really impressed with like the sock liner that they used this time around. I haven't had a pair of shoes with like this like plush premium sock liner since like the Barons, from who knows when those came out. Off the top of my head, I think it was like what, 2011 maybe. Could have been 09, but that's like the last pair of shoes that I had that had that nice like liner. And you would have thought it would have been on a couple other pairs since then, but they're not there. Let's take a look here. Grade school. Let's try to get that nice and focused for you. And there's always some deviation. I've always seen some like bad pairs and better pairs of how they stamp this. You see how everything's all spaced out. Here, the R and the D slightly conjoined, but the D and the A. But if you look here, it could have just come down to quality, but it's like barely, like not even really there at all. Let's look at the other side. Again, all the stitching is real nice. This is a good way to tell some authentics and fakes. It's just like the gap between like the top panel here and the mid panel here. It's always more visible on some pairs, but like that's always been like a good one on some shoes at least. So go ahead, give it a sec. Look at the stitching, kind of, you know, let that soak in. Look at the grade school pair. Size 6, so it's not like a huge shoe. It's not the smallest, but you know, pretty narrow. You know, take that in consideration. Stitching overall is pretty good on both pairs. The cuts on this one weren't the greatest. Like this could be fixed later on, like if I was really overly concerned about it. But stitching for the most part is real nice. Leather is nice and thick, and it's more evident, like the thickness of the leather on the adult pairs. And before we leave, I will show you the boxes. This is the box top here that I got with the grade school pair, and there's a stamp. Not that it means anything to me, I don't think. That guy. This is the box top from size 12. Some sort of quality thing there. It says swoosh. Look at the front. Main part of the box. And then grade school. Odd to me that it was placed up like this. And again, this came from the same retailer, just I managed to get it online. So someone's like, oh, you know, your shoes are fake because it should be way down there. No, these are 100% authentic. Just factory weirdness, I guess. Yeah. Hopefully this video is going to help you guys, determine whether or not your shoes are legitimate or if they're not, or if you wanted to see what the differences were between a men's pair and a grade school pair. Overall great shoe. I would say, getting a pair is a must for anyone who's like really into ones. It's a pair that's going to age extremely well. Real easy colors to wear. And yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this helped you. Hope this is going to help you in the future and help a bunch of others. So that's why I do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.